Hey, Will here, and we're going to be doing our first build video, and it's going to be a raised food and water dish for Chaska here. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah. So our current theme in our kitchen is farmhouse style, so I built this farmhouse. It's more of like a island butcher's block. Yeah. Oh, you're excited, aren't you, buddy? As well as a bench, and I think that's going to work out well for Chaska's dish too. So I want to keep those the same. I'm actually going to be removing this planter here, and I'll measure this distance out, and we'll get that stuff cut. And yeah, let's get building. Chaska, you want to get building, bud? You want to get building? Yeah. All right, so I made that measurement, and it's 30 inches long. Now I'm using this regular old Select Pine, and this is of course the 1x6 Select Pine. I got this at Home Depot. You could go with something a little larger. For my farmhouse design, you know, you always want multiple wood pieces for that top part, well, for the table part. So what I'm going to do is measure out the 30 inches, cut it, and then I have 2 of these boards, and I'll probably use 3 30-inch cuts off of this. I think it's like $6 at Home Depot, so really affordable. You could go with something more robust if you wanted. I like the Select Pine for staining. That way I can keep the table matching for everything, so there's a nice unified theme. But it's totally up to you. Okay, so now that we have our cuts, I was able to get actually 4 pieces of my 1x6 of the Select Pine. So I have a backup one in case I really screw up. What we can do now is we're going to lay them out in a row. We're going to take our bowls, we're going to flip them upside down on it, we'll trace it, and then we'll measure 3/8 of an inch on the inside of the circle all the way around. We'll make a nice circle, and then we'll get to cutting it. Alright, so a part I forgot to show was I actually took this on the table saw on each corner and I set it at 1 inch, so I took 1 inch off of every side. So this ends up being from here to here 28 3/4, and the next cuts you're about to see are going to be that. Once we have those, we'll then measure from here to here, and of course those are going to be run through the planer. Right, so for that section I just measured, that's going to be 11 3/4. I'm going to measure 2 of those out at 11 3/4. Get them cut, run them through the planer, and then we'll screw them into the side and then staple them down. Chaska, come here. Alright, so we have to figure out what the perfect height for this good boy is going to be. Chaska currently stands at about, Chaska, about 29 inches it looks like. So we need to figure out what's going to be the perfect height. So let's see if we can do that now. Oh, alright, Chaska. Oh no, nothing's going to happen, bud. You're fine. Okay. Let's check this out. This is hard to do one hand. Okay. Chaska, whoa, buddy. Oh, okay. So, if it sits at about 12 inches, it's going to be a good height for Chaska. So we're going to want about 12 inches. All right. Bye, Chasky. Bye, buddy. All right, so 12 inches. I'm going to take... So it looks like we're going to do... Man, I'm thinking if we just do an 11-inch cut, that's going to be what's easiest for us. So let's just do 4 11-inch cuts. We'll run those through the planer. We'll get those screwed into place so it sits, and then we can get this guy sanded and painted. Alright, so we have essentially the beta test of it ready, the pre-done version. All it needs to be done now is sanded on the top part, around the corners, just make it not so sharp for the dog. Get it nice and smooth, because, you know, nobody likes splinters. And of course, we're going to stain the top and then paint the sides white. So one of the nice things about this is that the bolts are going to cover these black lines. So as long as we get them sanded down so they're kind of gone, we just put the stain over them, and the stain's dark enough, you won't really notice them, and the bowl on top covers up all those mistakes. Yeah. So after 24 hours of trying it out, Chaska loves it. For the first time ever, he's eaten all of his kibble at once. Usually he just kind of messes around, goes and tries to eat the cat food. But this, I don't know, he stayed there and he ate everything, which is fantastic. Which means now we get to use our white paint over here, and we're going to be painting the legs of this. We're going to be doing a English chestnut top. It's going to be the top here, and then these sides here to have a nice matching look to it. I think that's going to look fantastic. And then of course we're going to give it a nice coat of polyurethane, probably we'll go with 2 coats, so it can handle some abuse. For any of that though, I'm going to just do another quick sand of this, just try and get out any last issues, and yeah, it'll be ready to go. We have the finished product. It is installed and we're going to test it for Chaska. Here's just quickly what it looks like. That is our farmhouse style dog feeding station. But now the ultimate test, if Chaska will eat from it. Chaska! Are we ready? Ready for dinner? Well, there you have it. Looks like that is a Chaska approved dog feeding station that matches the farmhouse style that is going in my kitchen that I'm slowly growing and making. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And you know, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe and really help this channel grow. And definitely hit that notification bell if you want to see more content when it comes out from me. Hey, thanks for watching.